There's only one thing we know about Illuminati for sure. Her real name is Blair, and she's a lying, manipulative person to her friends and her audience. I don't know why Illuminati even made an apology video unless she was trying to cancel herself, because she literally lied about everything in that video. I couldn't even tell that the video was a bunch of lies because of how good she is at manipulating her audience. And she also deletes all of the hate comments out of her comment section to make it look like she's the one who's the victim in the situation. I watched Wonder's YouTube video about what really happened, and it's eye-opening. Wonder was one of Blair's former employees and friends, and I knew there was something up and weird and fishy when Blair was trying to say Wonder was very ungrateful for everything she did for him, when the first thing she did for him was buy him a new BMW 2023 $40,000 car. Let's jump right into it.
In Blair's video, she mentions how she bore the brunt of a lot of the behind-the-scenes works to Sad Milk due to nobody stepping up to the plate to support her. As I have seen other milkmen and their bank statements, I'd like to focus on her allegations directed towards me in regards to delayed payments.
And I also got stuck footing the bill too. What quickly transpired was that members either couldn't or wouldn't reimburse me for the editors.
I'd like to state that this quote is both chronologically and directly false, and it paints me as a rather greedy and avoidant person.
I just want to pause right here to go ahead and take a minute and say this is exactly what Blair was going for in her video. There's no way someone buys someone a brand new BMW when they don't even have a car and they are in need of something. The reason why Illuminati includes the price, the make, the model, the contract, instead of just telling her audience, hey, I really helped this guy out with a car when he was in need, it's because she wants to paint the picture that Wonder is very ungrateful for everything that she has done.
Which is not who I am. In my span of Sad Milk, I edited roughly 3 to 5 Sad Milk videos. Sad Milk was a channel that lasted almost over a year. I was not an active editor, so to say I paid editors via my own edits is inaccurate. I was living paycheck to paycheck in my first apartment. I was barely 19 and food was pretty much an every other day kind of deal. And yet I always paid my share. I put Sad Milk above my own health because I truly believed in the project.
Again, I'm not sure how much Illuminati is manipulating her comment section. We do know she's done that previously, and it looks like there are almost no hate comments when she made her response video. And I understand if you fell for Illuminati, you watched her response video and you're like, oh, I feel really bad for Illuminati, because she's really good at making herself always the victim. But if you watch the Clicked and Wonder's videos about Illuminati, I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do to convince you. There's nothing I can say that will make a difference. You're supporting someone who lies to their friends, who manipulates their friends, and low-key blasts a whole suicide note and mental health across the whole fucking internet. Which is super fucked if you think about it, and maybe even illegal, because think about it, like if you go to the doctors, they can't just put your health information out to the whole fucking internet to see without their permission.
I was then offered, hey, if you want to edit a video, we'd be happy to pay you. I was such a new creator and I was so new to contract work itself that I personally thought $20 was fair pay for my work after my initial payment that I asked for was Burger King because I just wanted dinner. Obviously, I was compensated more than that for that video. After about 3 months in, Sad Milk became profitable though. So while yes, Blair did pay for edits, she was always reimbursed for this. As you can see stated on the screen, you will find bank statements I made directly to Sad Milk during its infancy.
Maybe I'm not seeing the full picture here, but paying $20 an hour, which isn't bad, but you don't know if he's working full-time or how much he's working. And he also doesn't know better, and he really doesn't even know how much he's worth. And when your YouTube channel is making thousands and thousands of dollars, asking someone to pay back for the edits seems like a really shitty thing to do. And this is coming from a person that gave this guy free housing, free money, free benefits, and a free fucking BMW.
He would often tell both Oz Media and myself how living in Austin, Texas was a nightmare for him. He would often complain about his roommates being terrible people, his friends being mostly terrible people and unmotivated to do well in life, and how his car was always breaking down and how his channel was not going in the direction he wanted.
So I'd like to clarify here. Yes, I didn't like living where I lived. I live, as Blair stated, in Austin, Texas. As for my roommates, I only had one roommate, and he's one of my best friends who I would do literally anything for. Have I gotten annoyed with him? Yes. Who hasn't been annoyed with any friend in their life? I'm sure I've done plenty of things to piss him off. Is he a terrible person? Never in a million years, so I don't know why this is even really being brought up.
I don't know if you guys are noticing a pattern with Blair. She straight up lies about everything. And what makes this whole situation worse is Blair has millions of views on her YouTube channel Illuminaughtii. Can you imagine your best friend seeing that video? And if Wonder didn't come out and make that video and you're his friend, you might actually believe what Illuminaughtii is saying. But everyone always has problems either with their roommates, their family, their co-workers. It's just human nature. Things aren't perfect. And for Illuminaughtii to maybe one day ask Wonder how he's doing, he's having a bad day with his roommate just one day out of, I don't know, 365 days. It's really fucked up how she took one little detail and turned it into a whole story to put against Wonder. She's like that one girl in high school that no one talks to because everyone's scared if she talks to her, bad things will happen. Because she'll straight up lie, manipulate, and tell everyone at your school lies about you and make up rumors about you.
He said he felt alone, depressed, and uncertain of the future. And at that point, I knew I wanted to help him in whatever way I could.
I feel this is very contradictory to say without going into personal details than to turn around and spread personal details about my views towards life. Again, these were very private things I kept between you. Yes, I suffer from depression. A lot of people do.
This part of the video should have never been included in Illuminaughtii's response. There's literally no reason why Illuminaughtii should have included this clip because it doesn't help her in any way. It doesn't prove any points. The only reason she would include this clip is because she actually wants to hurt Wonder in every way she can. I don't know what she has against this dude deep down because she's not making herself look good in this video. Imagine sharing this super personal information with someone that you trust, someone that you see as a friend, someone that you live with. And it's when you're at your lowest and most vulnerable point. Then you see that personal information all over YouTube with millions and millions of views on YouTube and on Twitter.
I was personally astounded. I moved my entire life to another state because of this number. I was making about 1,000 take home. Well, maybe that isn't so bad. I do in fact have a car, I have a house, and I have a job. However, the one scary thing when you put all that on a spectrum is they are all provided by one singular individual. Blair. She had a hand in every single aspect of my life, and at any moment she could take it away when she felt, which is exactly what happened.
Now I actually feel really bad for Wonder here. The guy admitted he had depression, he had problems with his health, and for Blair, who is profit hungry, owns everything this guy owns now, his housing, his car, his finances, and she can take it away all with a snap of a finger. To me, this is a really fucked up situation because she's taking advantage of someone that shouldn't be taking advantage of. This guy isn't at his highest point in life, and she is going to do everything she can to make it seem like she's gonna make everything better. And she's doing this because A, it could be really profitable. She's trying to keep as much profit as possible because she decided to help him whenever the YouTube channel started taking off and becoming very profitable. Or B, and this option could be very real, Illuminaughtii could actually be getting off on this kind of role play here where she's in control of everything and she's the one that manipulates and controls every part of this guy's life. And if that's the case, that's really scary, and it's actually making a lot of sense now because that means Illuminaughtii is an actual sicko.
I was extremely uncomfortable with someone making such a large payment towards a vehicle on my behalf, but in Blair's words, she had the money and insisted that I get the car. At roughly 3 a.m., Blair sent me a text stating that I had breached numerous contract violations and that she was in Texas to repossess the vehicle. It goes without saying I was asleep at this time, so obviously I did not see a message that was sent to me at 3 a.m. in the morning. Once I woke up and I saw the messages, I asked Blair for an explanation as to how I breached my contract, to which I was ignored. However, Blair stated she would make arrangements for me to obtain my items. This never took place. I took to Twitter where I made a tweet regarding what had just happened, and I was immediately reminded by one of Blair's managers that I could not speak out on the matter, and I was threatened with NDA. If I had to explain the feeling, I felt helpless. Again, I just wanted to do the right thing and do it the way I was asked, and now I wake up and all my belongings are gone. I cannot explain how weak that makes a person feel. What she fails to show in her video is my skateboard, both my Sad Milk and Wonderstruck Guy play buttons, my $800 GoPro set, and a whole list of other items I was prohibited from obtaining, which I found out recently from Oz Oz, these items were subsequently thrown in the trash after some time.
This is a really messed up situation because in Blair's video, she said that only a couple pairs of boxers and other random things were left in the car. And it's like everything she's trying to do right now is to make Wonder look like a bad person in front of millions of people. And literally just maybe days or months before, you're literally his best friend, according to you. I just want to know why she's doing this to begin with. Like, she's been best friends with this dude for like years, right? I don't think in like the course of weeks you can just go from a year's best friend to doing some of the most shittiest things you could ever do to anyone, if not your best friend.
We were told by someone who represented Blair to back off or they would go after us for harassment. I know this is scripted, but I really want to reiterate here that I felt small. I felt defeated. I had literally left my apartment for this. I lost my independence for this. My belongings, either tech related or just memorabilia, were and are still gone to this day. I didn't want to upload because I knew every time I did, I knew Blair was probably checking my social blade laughing at me, as I had seen her do to every single former Sad Milk member for months.
If you had to lose everything, your apartment, your belongings, your career, pretty much everything's gone and you're starting from scratch, you would have to be in a really terrible position, and that's exactly what iilluminaughtii did to this poor guy. And speaking of social blades, I just want to go ahead and expose iilluminauttii's social blade because it makes me very happy. And her recent videos are also doing terrible in views. She used to be getting millions and millions of views on each video, and now she can't even hit like 500,000.
No way to prove to my friends why I had seemingly high hopes for the future, and in the course of a summer I had almost no money to my name due to Blair's butterfly effect. I was fired. Blair had taken the car as well as my belongings. My life had been set back to square one.
Okay, fine, iilluminaughtii, you've won. Go ahead and take his car back. That's completely understandable, even though he never asked for a brand new BMW. At least give him his stuff back. I mean, this guy works in the entertainment industry and does a lot of editing and YouTube stuff. At least give him back his fucking equipment that he needs to do his job. Again, I don't know why she was expecting him to be up at 3 a.m. to respond to a fucking text message. At least try to talk it out with the man. Anyways, I hope this is my last video on iilluminaughtii. Let me know your comments in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.